There have been lots of changes in the family, or should I say additions.
The sun was just beginning to dip below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the sprawling fields that surrounded the Plath family farm. The air was thick with the scent of freshly turned earth and wildflowers, the peaceful silence only broken by the distant crow of a rooster. For the Plaths, this was home, simple, quiet, and removed from the noise of the modern world. But this season, things were about to change. Olivia Plath wiped her hands on her worn apron, pausing for a moment as she looked out across the fields. At 24, Olivia was the oldest of the Plath children still living on the farm. She loved the rhythms of their life, the early mornings, the hard work, the family dinners, but lately she'd been feeling a restlessness she couldn't explain. Her younger siblings were growing curious about the world beyond their small town. Olivia caught them sneaking away to the nearby town's library or chatting excitedly about plans that seemed to pull them away from the farm's simple life. "Mom," Olivia said later that evening, as the family gathered around the wooden table for dinner, "do you think we'll ever move to the city? Or do you want us to stay here forever?" Her mother, Marge, smiled gently. "This farm is our heart, Olivia. But the world is big, and maybe it's time some of you see it for yourselves." The words hung in the air, heavy with possibility. One crisp morning, a sleek black SUV rumbled down the dusty farm road, stirring up clouds of dirt. The Plath kids exchanged wide-eyed glances as a group of unfamiliar faces stepped out, strangers who seemed to carry the world's noise with them. Among the visitors was a young woman named Rachel, a documentary filmmaker intrigued by the Plath family's unique way of life. She was here to capture the essence of their world, but what she found was far more complex than just simple farm life. Rachel noticed the tension beneath the family's smiles, the unspoken questions about freedom, identity, and change. She felt drawn to Olivia, whose gaze seemed both anchored and longing for escape. As the cameras rolled, old secrets began to surface. Family dinners grew louder with debates over tradition versus modernity. Younger Plaths revealed their dreams of college, careers, and cities far from the farm. Olivia found herself caught between loyalty to her family's roots and the call of a world she'd only glimpsed in books and whispered stories. When her youngest brother, Caleb, confided he wanted to start a band and move to the city, the house shook with conflict. Their father, Kevin, struggled to hold on to the life he'd built, fearing that if the children left, the farm would die with them. The season would test the bonds that held the Plath family together. Would tradition win? Or would the children find the courage to carve their own paths? Underneath the surface, something beautiful was growing, a story about family, change, and the meaning of home.